Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Psychedelica of the Ashen Hawk. So I think what I want to do is, I don't know what to do really with this one, so I think maybe we'll just do the wolf ending. Because if I look at the guide that I have, the first thing that they have is the common route / ending wolf. So the wolf ending is one of the ones like way the fuck. I think it's this one over here. So I think, so I pulled up, okay. I want to see something though. I want to go to this map because it says read everything available, which we've already done. Okay. Wait, no, I don't want to do that. Yeah, so I think we've already kind of... I'm trying to think. Okay, I think we're okay. I don't want to like unlock too much stuff. I don't think so. Like, where's the interlude? So this is going to take a little finagling and figuring it out. Interlude 1. Okay. Wait, we have 2? Okay, this one. I just want to see something when we go to reading everything available. I think these are the things we've already read. You know what I mean? I don't think there's any... There are certain things that will unlock. Yes. Okay. So certain things have not unlocked because I assume we have to unlock certain other things before this, but I just wanted to make sure going down the common route that we've already... Okay. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, okay, cool. Okay. So we've already done that. So let's see. So I'm thinking... Okay, so let's go back down to chapter 7-2. We kind of already did it was inconsiderate of me. We don't have to worry about that because we've got both of those things. So here... Okay, so here we can choose anything, which we already chose Levon, so we're fine here. We chose don't kill him, right? Here. Yes, because I'm pretty sure kill him leads to the right. So we chose don't kill him. Here we don't run away. Here we won't run. Okay, I'm making sure. Map 8. Okay, so let's do this and just make sure we choose... I'm going to make sure... Okay, so here, we already chose, with the West Alley, we already chose Levi should be under the Shining Sun, so I think we're okay. We walked away in secret. He needs to be relieved from his sins. Don't kill him. The only thing we didn't do is, in the square, we chose... Okay. We chose all of those options that it says to choose for the wolf ending. The only thing we didn't do in this one is we chose, because we wanted to get the Levon ending, we chose blah, blah, blah. Like, whatever. We're saying you shouldn't say that. We want to get because we don't want to get the Levon point. So, you shouldn't say that. Don't say that. I don't want you to say that. The moment I said that out loud, Levon appeared to despair. Spacey, I'm serious. I know. I'm happy that you feel that way for me. But even so, I really felt sorry about the whole thing. I wanted to go through with this, but... I'm sorry. I was just forcing my feelings on you. Don't apologize. Levon understood how I felt. That was the sort of person he was. Kind and more perceptive than anyone I knew. I have to go. Okay. So, we should be fine. Let's just do this. And now we're going to skip, and we say, I can't decide. Okay. So now let's see where we are on the floor. Okay, perfect. We got this. We got both. Okay. So now we're getting our other ending. Perfect. We didn't have to do anything different. I can't decide. I needed more time to think about it. I left the church to do just that. The snowfall was getting heavier. It would be best to return soon. I couldn't take shelter anywhere nearby, and walking around like this would gather too much attention. I turned around to go back to the main street, but someone in a hood approached me from the alley. I turned away on reflex and moved to the side of the road, but the person stopped right next to me. Yes? Did the man notice me? I suddenly became worried. I didn't know if he heard me, but he took out a neatly folded piece of paper. Take this. Huh? So I don't know what this voice was, but while I was still confused, the man quickly walked away. What was that all about? I unfolded the piece of paper to see what was inside, but it was blank. There was nothing written inside. What's going on? I spoke aloud, but no one was there to answer. The snow was piling up on my shoulder. I needed to hurry. And despite thinking that, I stood still and watched the man walk away. By the time I returned to my cell, the snow and the winds were coming down hard. The weather worsened while I slept. There had been a blizzard since morning. It's coming down even harder. I hope it stops by the time we go home. I heard the conversation between the guards through the bars. I could barely hear them with the howling of the wind. There's no way they could gather people to the town square in this. The trial's going to be carried over, probably tomorrow or the day after. A trial at the town square? It was probably for me. A trial to see if I'm guilty of being a witch. In that case, this blizzard was a blessing. I still hadn't come to a decision. I've been afforded some more time to think, at least for the duration of the blizzard. I'm sure it's terrible for the people in town. I became lost in thought in the dark jail cell. I needed to hurry. I needed to hurry and decide. But the next day and the day after that, the blizzard continued. No matter how much time passed, it continued. This doesn't make you look innocent. It makes you look like you're causing the blizzard so that they can't hang you or whatever the fuck, or stone you or burn you or whatever they're gonna do to a witch. You know, you're like, convenient for me. Does not make me look innocent. One day, I noticed a rolled up piece of paper inside the bread I was given for breakfast. It was the same as the paper I received from that man before. My heart jumped. I unfurled the piece of paper, keeping it hidden from view of the guards. Only one thing had been written. Tomorrow night. I stared at the message, dumbfounded. Something about it felt so ominous. I know, right? This ending intrigues me. The lamps in the jail cell were lit before I knew it. Had so much time already passed? Another uneventful day came and went. There was only one guard standing watch now. Perhaps the other one had gone to get something to eat. And the wind seemed to be dying down. The trial might take place tomorrow. I peeked at the guard again, making sure he didn't see me take the paper from my pocket. Tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, meaning now. Is something about to happen? It could be trying to tell me something. This was stupid. The letter could just be a prank. It certainly made my imagination run wild. At the same time, I couldn't shake the bad feeling I had in the pit of my stomach. Sorry. You know the drill. Anyway. If my intuition was correct, something had happened. I wondered what. But before that, did we read that other line? Did I read that line? The pin of my, whatever. You had time to read it if not. But anyway. Take this. That was the voice I gave him on his matter. Who was he? Why would he give me this letter? Hey! Hey! I jumped in surprise, suddenly hearing someone calling me. I frantically put away the letter, but I wasn't the one being called to. Someone outside was calling for the guard. What? Just come in. Getting hungry too, you know. Come over here, quick! Jeez, what now? The guard mumbled his complaints and headed to the entrance. Now there was no one in view. My bad feeling came back. Tomorrow night, something is about to happen. Right when I was about to tell him to not go out. Jeez, what is it? So what is it? Help! What are you? Two muffled screams and splattering noises on the ground. Okay, this is the wolf ending. And it's the wolf brothers, so I'm just going to assume Levi's out there stabbing people. What happened? I didn't think my own voice would be so small. I gulped and tried to speak more loudly. What happened? Hey! No answer. I didn't see or hear the guards, but I smelled them. The wind carried the smell from outside. Blood? I heard footsteps approaching me. Someone was coming down here. It wasn't the two guards. They were already... In that case, the one who would come here was... Who the fuck do you think it is, Spacey? Come on. Who's stabby that you know? I subconsciously moved away from the bars, going further into my cell. In unison with my movements, the footsteps grew louder. And finally... Huh? Spacey, where are you? It was Levon. He was the last person I had expected to come. I wasn't really I was expecting Levi to be the stabby one, but I think he's both here. They're both here. What was going on? Did Levon kill the guards? Or was it all a misunderstanding? No, it wasn't. Sorry. It's too dark, so I couldn't see. Why are you so far back there? I had retreated to where the light didn't shine in my cell. In contrast, I could clearly see Levon in the lit passageway. There were splotches of dark red on his clothes. Okay, I'm actually shocked that Levon just stabbed some bitches. I figured it was Levi doing it, but okay. Sorry I kept you waiting. I'll get you out now. He took out a ring of keys. It must have been from the guards. Let's go. The bars were quickly opened, and Levon held his hand out to me. But I hesitated. I knew it was Levon in front of me, but something felt wrong. Hurry, we don't have time. Yeah. At his urging, I cautiously took his hand. Levon's hand was lukewarm and had this slick, nauseating feeling. Ugh. Sneeze. Oh, God, I'm sorry. My allergies. Anyway. He drew me by the hand and took me outside of the cell. The snowfall was much lighter. It seemed it would go back to normal tomorrow. I looked up at the sky and forced myself to take it in, avoiding the reality before me. Christ. I hate sneezing. Whoa! I tripped over something. Luckily, because Levon was holding my hand, I didn't fall. Are you all right? Yeah, I'm fine. Something wet splashed on the ground. I looked down at what I tripped over and was shocked into silence. The snow was red and a corpse lay there, covered in blood and dirt. It's one of the guards. His throat was slashed and his eyes were wide open. The raw wounds were still spurting blood as I turned away uneasily. I didn't need the details. I felt nauseous, and lucky that I hadn't eaten much during my capture. Levon did this? I felt the uncomfortable, slimy sensation between our hands again. Huh. I didn't see any other corpses. What happened to the other guard? I tried not to look down as I glanced around. There was a trail of blood leading to a man crawling away. He was alive. He was still alive and moving. Levon! Despite the time and place, I let out a cry of joy. Yeah. Levon gave a muffled sigh. In that moment, I realized I needed to take Levon and move away from there as quickly as possible. Levon, we need to hurry, and... I wanted to tell him to leave, but he interpreted it differently. I know. While still holding my hand, he moved toward the man crawling away. Spare me! Levon, wait! Without hesitation, he pierced the man's neck with his sword. After convulsing a few more times, the man soon became motionless. Oh. I'm sorry. I thought I had disposed of him in the beginning. It seems like I still have much to work on. Okay. This ending is really disturbing and slightly better than Levant's ending. I'm just saying. He gave an innocent smile. He's like, totally fine with stabbing people. And you're like, I mean, okay. His face was covered with the blood of his victim. His eyes gleamed like that of a beast. I genuinely felt afraid of Levant, of the man in front of me. This way. Levant practically dragged me away. Half of me was still stunned, and the other half was frozen in fear. Where was Levant taking me? The bad visibility of the night and being led by him messed with my sense of direction. I still couldn't accept what happened. Was this reality? I saw a faint light that looked like the middle of town. I could tell we were heading in the direction of the town square. What was that light? It was so big and red. It was like during the masquerade. As we approached, its heat and brightness increased. I'd seen this light before. It was from when Francisca's manor was burning. It couldn't be. That was impossible. Was this really happening? Did he burn the fucking town down? Did they burn the town down? They did. The town was burning. It couldn't be. Levi sure went all out. Stop chewing my headset, Bird. Levi, he was here too? I looked around. My eyes were drawn to the flames, but soon after, the reality of what was happening struck. Ah! Damn you! Die! Hey, over there! There are 2 more hawks! Get away! Stop! Stop! There were fights going on. No, this was an all-out war. There were even more people here than when Olgar's manor was raided, and they were all killing each other. This is a fucked up ending. Countless bodies lay upon the stone pavement, blood and chunks of flesh scattered around. Bird, stop it! Shouts, screams, the clanking of weapons, and the crackling of fire. The sounds endlessly resonated deep within my ears. Please spare me! I have nothing to do with... Then get out of the way! Ah! Even unarmed people were being cut down, women and children alike. Levant, what's going on? We've decided to kill all of the hawks. He said it so matter-of-factly. In this situation, it didn't matter who was a hawk and who was a wolf. Lives were being taken everywhere. Why? Because we thought it was the right thing to do. What do you mean by that? What, Bird? My words weren't getting through to him. Right now, Levant wouldn't understand me no matter what I said. That was something I knew clearly. The winds gusted, carrying disgusting smells with it. Blood and charred flesh. I passed the point of feeling nauseous at the sight of the bloodbath taking place in front of me. I knew it was all too late, but still. Stop! Everyone stop! I shouted as loudly as I could. I had to stop them. But how? The witch! The witch is right here! I'm the witch! If everyone targeted me, then maybe... But no one batted an eye. They didn't even look at me. Why? It's all right, Spacey. What do you mean it's all right? Not a single person who calls you a witch will be left. He had his usual kind and reassuring smile. He's fucking lost his mind. Why would he say something so scary with that face? All right, charge! Yeah! A loud battle cry. It was Levi. A group of men led by Levi ran around, roaring. They targeted all the people who were still alive. Ah! They're coming! Run away! Out of my way! You're not going anywhere. Ah! Ah! The blink of an eye, more people's lives were taken. Levi continued killing one after another. I mean, this has got to be like fucking Christmas for him. Is that the best you've got, you hawks? He's making the same face as then. The face of a beast swallowed by madness. But he looked so happy. Even with his whole body stained with blood, he laughed maniacally. What? It's probably just a birdie outside. What you doing? You're like freaking out about nothing. It's fine. Something gleamed on Levi's left hand. It was the ring with the magical stone. Ah! Get back here! One of them ran away. He threw down his weapon and abandoned his allies. He ran straight towards us. But please help me! I don't want to do this anymore! Huh? Why? The blood splattered on my face. I stood there too stunned to wipe it off. The man who begged us for help was cut down by Levon without hesitation. Levon turned around and I saw something shine near his chest. It was his ring. The magical stone in that ring also gleamed. He was also... Sorry, Levon. I told you not to let any of them get away. I know. I have no plans to. Hey, Spacey, you're here! The smile he gave me was the usual Levi. It was the friendly smile with which I was so familiar. Levi had killed many people already, but he regretted doing so. But now... That ring... Yeah, wearing it grants me power. Isn't it amazing? Why did he take it back? Why did he forget? My words couldn't come out in the presence of the tragedies unfolding before my eyes. Hold on just a sec. I'll kill all the ones who get in our way. He was saying the same thing as Levon. I see. These two had made their decision. Because I didn't make mine, they made it in my place. This is why I can't decide. This is what happens. I won't let them kill you. I will protect you no matter what. Their words brought tears to my eyes. If only they were from joy. And they spoke to me seriously, from the bottom of their hearts. But in this moment, they were consumed by madness. I get it. It's like, I can't decide what I want to do or who I want to be with, but because I didn't choose anyone. What? Because what? Maybe I just wanted to be an independent woman and just accept my fate as a witch and burn at the stake? You gotta do... Fuck, man. Maybe I don't want a man. Maybe I don't need a man. This is what happens. I heard screams in the distance. They must be chasing after the people who fled. I think the more decision was like, I don't know what to do. Like, it's not that I necessarily love anyone. Or you could not love anyone. That's where you get the heroin ending or whatever, right? Anyway. More fires began to go up. The tragedy would only spread. I saw many people around me reduced to pieces of immobile flesh. Ugh. The only people still alive in the town square were the three of us. What's the matter, Spacey? Are you all right? They looked at me worriedly as I took their blood-stained hands. Hey! Oh, what's with you all of a sudden? They were looking at me blankly. It was like they didn't understand what they did. Levon, Levi. Neither of them understood what they were doing was from being consumed by the magical stones. This was always a possibility, so long as the stones existed and there were people bewitched by them. A decision needed to have been made to stop this. I had the time and the chance to prevent it all. I'm the one that brought ruin to this town. The hands I held stained my own red as well. The witch of the legends, her eyes were blood red. I could finally see. Their sins were my sins. That was why I had to share these sins with them. I gripped both of their hands tightly and placed them against my forehead, focusing on the heat. Overflowing emotions came out of me, groans and cries. The two of them must have felt confused, but soon their hands gently patted my head and back. It's all right. There's nothing to worry about. We'll always be together, no matter what happens. This is like the man harem ending, kind of. You get the brothers. You don't get everybody. You don't get everybody. You just get them, and they're murdery and stabby, and, like, you don't like it. But, I mean, you kind of get Levi and Levon, I guess. So, like, I mean on one hand? We're just going to infer that because, you know, it makes it slightly less disturbing. Still also disturbing, but in a different way. Yes, that's right. Let's always be together. I would now live as the witch, together with them. That was why they would always be with me. Forever and ever, until the day we died, which you never will. That's some fucked up shit. I'm guessing that's the, yeah, that's the end. That's some... Bird, you were, like, on crack today. We don't need to watch the whole end thing again. We already did that once. Sure. The two-piece. So that was something. I'm just gonna go back to our Levon ending just to, because that's the last place we were, so we can go to the flowchart. That was something else. All right, let's go back to the guide. So let's see something. I want to see table of contents. Let's see the antique shop. Items and costs, so you can get all those things, but that doesn't really tell you anything. Other endings. Let's see. Let's go up here to one of these early endings. Maybe we can do this. What's the people ending? Let's try that. People ending. So, chapter 3-5. Okay, let's go up here. You know, we could just do a short one. Ah, okay, the people ending, so this is the masquerade. And we get the choice of all the deal if we just say stay there. This is how we get this. Okay. I saw a middle-aged man overjoyed at selling all of his goods. And next to him were people yelling out their discounted prices. Various emotions ran rampant among the shops. I looked around and saw people dancing non-stop. I saw someone without a partner asking every girl he encountered for a dance. What would I do if he came to me? Now, I guess I could give him some attention. While I was thinking that, he seemed to have found a partner. Oh, good for him. But I felt slightly disappointed. This was the masquerade. It made me think of things I usually didn't. Smiles were seen on everyone moving about. Happy cheers and cries filled me with happiness. But the time would not stop. Soon night fell and one person after another started to go home. The sounds of the flutes gradually grew quieter, and the town lights also started to be extinguished. The festival was ending. So many things had happened ever since I became part of the preparations. It was a lot of work, and I was dragged into lots of trouble. But thanks to that, we had the festival today. I'm kind of confused as to how this is an ending. It's just going to end randomly. Like, I don't know. Granted, it wasn't just me. It was the hard work of everyone who participated in the masquerade that allowed it to be such a success. And that was how today ended up being so fun. This day was like a dream. And soon... No. I mumbled petulantly. If I were a small child drawn by the hands of my parents, I would be told that the masquerade would come again next year. But next year and this town... And that's why I wanted to enjoy the festival some more while I still could. I wanted to bask in the atmosphere a little longer. I didn't want to go home yet. I walked along, following the lights, just a little more. Just a little more. Oh. Suddenly the last remaining light glowed stronger than ever before. And there were people gathering there too. The ones there were... Today was a lot of work. And it's nothing. Especially because we had the help of the wolves this year. Ugh, I'm tired of walking around. Hey, you're so weak. Come here and sit. I'll bring you a drink. Oh, aren't you a considerate one? What's gotten into you? Just accept my goodwill at face value, at least during the festival. I agree with him this time, T. Well, thank you. Yeah, kids should always be like that. And you need to calm down. It was everyone. Levon, Levi, Lucas, and T. They were sitting around a table together. Just a while ago, they'd break out in a feud the moment they saw each other. but now they looked so normal together.
Still, where's Spacey? He would do you no good to shelter him.
I said I don't know. I haven't seen him today. Right, Levon? Well, I suppose so. You can't help it if he's not here. I was hoping to pay him a few compliments.
But
Don't look so dejected. You're ruining the festival for yourself.
I know.
Were they looking for me? Should I go out there? I wanted to. I wanted to join in that circle. I took a step forward, but my foot touched the edge of my skirt. I was still dressed as a woman. I wasn't the Spacey everyone knew. If I didn't change out of this, I couldn't join them. Everyone is looking for me, my usual self. I'd better go. I ran in the opposite direction of the light. I headed to the church and quickly changed out of my clothes. What should I do if they've already left? I ran back impatiently. It was a relief to see them still there. They seemed to be enjoying a fun conversation. I made it back in time. Hey, everyone! I ran toward them. Everyone turned to me at the same time. What are you doing? Why are you trying to get in my face? Hi.
Give you kisses because I love you.
What? You trying to eat my headphone cord? You can't eat your headphone cord. No. Bad. Anyway. I ran toward them. Everyone turned to me at the same time.
Oh, it's Spacey!
Where were you? We were looking all over for you. Sorry, I was wandering around lots of places. Where exactly? Places? Levi, just leave it alone. T, don't you have something to say to him?
Yes, Spacey,
Everyone welcomed me into their group. Calm down. I'm sure Spacey's tired from walking around all day.
That is true.
Are you hungry? We've got plenty of food. Really? That's great. Eat as much as you want. I gathered it all for you.
Oh, really? You got all this? That's amazing.
How about a drink? No, I don't want to drink. Then I'll take it. You're drinking with me then. Oh, the bromance is strong. Speaking of which, isn't this the first time we sat down to drink together? I wasn't here for that drinking contest. We'll have plenty of opportunities from now on. Everyone had changed. I never thought these four would get along so well. And the fact that I was among them was unbelievable. I was so glad that the masquerade was a success. Just being able to enjoy this moment made it all worth it. So are we saying that if we wandered around as a girl, that what's keeping them cohesive is the fact that, like, they think we're a dude. Okay, Levon knows I'm not. But, like, think we're a dude. They're not all fighting over girl me. And so I'm the problem in this. Well, I thought we were blaming Ashen Hawk for what the fuck is going on here. Psychedelica of the Ashen Hawk, right? I mean, anyway.
It's all thanks to you, Spacey.
Oh, Francisca. That's right, she ain't dead yet. Someone called me from behind. Mother?
Do you mind if I join?
Well, we don't mind, right? This is a festival. Do as you please.
The Lady of the Wolves. Oh, wow. And
Then? Don't worry. Father's already returned to the manor.
I suppose so. And that's a relief. He would scold us if we stayed out too late.
You're afraid of your father. You're still a little kid. Oh? Are you one to talk? With the arrival of the Lady of the Wolf clan, everyone tensed, but it didn't take long for things to settle soon after. It was a fun and rowdy atmosphere. Francisca, I didn't do anything.
Oh, really?
We're all here today because everyone worked hard for it. Actually, I think this is what everyone wanted.
And that's a wonderful way to think about it.
Francisca and I looked at the others from a distance. This was what I wished for, and it had been granted. I heard a flute playing from somewhere. Maybe there were other people who didn't want the festival to end.
You're not going to dance with anyone.
That was whispered into my ear. T said that this festival was the one chance you had to dance with someone you liked. But I'm not into that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, right now, I prefer the happiness that's happening in front of me. Francisca said no more and smiled. This is like the girl, don't be getting all up in the men's business. Stay a dude and just be happy with friends. Like, that's seriously what this ending is like. It's like, did you play some of the guy ending? Because you fucked the whole town up. This is, see, everyone's happy now. Like, keep your pants on, literally. Don't put a dress on. Like, it's so bizarre. While the flute continued to play, I heard singing of the song celebrating the coming of spring. Morning, evening, midnight, listen to the voice of spring. Spring. I didn't know what that season was, but I was sure it would feel like what we had right now. After surviving a long winter, all the snow would melt away to a season where we could all laugh and smile together. Would real spring ever come to this town? Would everyone be able to smile then? If we were able to experience the arrival of spring, I felt it as a fervent wish in my heart.
Hey, Spacey, come join us.
Yeah, I'm on my way. Oh, my neck hurts. The fucking end. Like. So, like. Oh! We have to just keep opening this old Levon ending because, like, the other ones we're not actually saving. Okay, so. Okay, so we got that one. Happy one. It's a happy ending. Oh, I get it. So that's a happy ending, but with our boys, it's not a happy ending. Jesus. Okay, so these ones seem short. Let's go to the heroes ending. So we go to chapter 810. This is where we choose to kill him. Oh, 810, not 82. Kill Olgar. And we already got the bad ending. We already got the Lord ending. Yeah, okay. So then this is the other out of the other quote other endings, the shorty endings, I guess. We've already gotten the other ones. So, kill Olgar. All right. I swung down my sword in an attempt to sever my hesitation, too. Gah! My sword buried deep inside Olgar, slashing him diagonally at the shoulder. Red blood erupted and splashed me in the face. But the wound wasn't deep enough. Gah! Olgar was still standing. His stance was unstable, but he was still upright. Surrender and give me your ring. Never. This wound, this pain, is nothing. My wish. He was only putting on a front. His face was lifeless, and his stance became more unstable by the second. And yet, the sharpness in his glare didn't change. His eyes filled with hatred remained fixed on me. He gripped the magical stone in his ring even tighter, making it give off a dull glow. Olgar's body moved, and I instinctively prepared for a strike, but he moved away from me. With unstable steps, he moved along the wall toward the window. Olgar! This is not enough for the nightmare to end. As long as your clan lives in this town. A powerful gust blew through the open window. What? It can't be. I had a bad feeling about this, so I moved toward Olgar. I'll take my leave from the stage here, red-eyed one. Revel in your nightmare. And he disappeared. Before I could see where he went, I heard it. He fell from the window? He fell from the window. I know, I read that weird, but I ran over and looked down. I couldn't tell because of the fog, but it looked like a dark silhouette on the ground. This window was too high up to believe that he survived the fall. Is he dead? Is this how Olgar dies? The silhouette on the ground didn't move. I heard rallying cries coming from the door as they burst into the room. Spacey! I heard a loud noise. Are you okay? Lucas, Levon, and Levi, along with many of their men, came flooding into the room. Where's Olgar? Lucas asked me this after failing to find him anywhere in the room. I didn't answer and motioned for them to look out of the window. Everyone gathered around it. They're like, how'd you do that? I just picked him up and threw him. Like, he jumped! Is that Olgar? Did you do this? No, he jumped off on his own. At least that's what I think. Go and get his corpse. Yes, sir. Corpse was an apt term to use, as it was quite obvious that he was already dead. After ordering his men, Lucas turned around with an inscrutable expression. He wasn't quite happy or sad, but any sadness was quickly erased right after. His face filled with joy as he shouted, "Well done." No, You did it! I knew you could. You're the star of the mission. Let me thank you, too. Levon and Levi were overjoyed, and that celebration was spread to the other men. We did it! The Lord of the Hawks is dead! We won! Yeah! Cries of joy soon turned into cheers. It's over? Those cheers brought my drifting conscience back to reality. Right. The prime objective of defeating Olgar had been fulfilled. I killed him. Olgar is now dead. My heart beat like a drum. The excitement made my knees buckle. Yes, I did it. So, here's the good thing about the way we did this originally. We didn't kill Olgar. So when we run into him into the jail, like in the later on, and he's like, "Kill me, blah blah blah, this world will end," and he was like, maybe. It's a good thing, because if we had done this first, we'd be like, no, it's not. Like, now we'll know. Like, is it? I don't think. I mean, like, Hugh made it sound like it wouldn't end the world, and I'm guessing it doesn't. But we would have known one way or the other, and it would have kind of swayed the choice that we made, as opposed to like, although that was like dot dot dot, like I'm thinking about it, versus like, absolutely not. Like, so. The tyrannical Lord of the Hawks is dead. All the cheers in the room subsided with Lucas's words. Everyone focused on the source of the voice. From this point forth, I shall be the new Lord. Anyone object? Naturally, no one here dared to object. The Hawk faction bore proud expressions. The Wolf faction all smiled, witnessing the birth of a new Hawk Lord. And after looking around, Lucas turned back to Levon and Levi. To the Lord of the Wolves, I wanted to express my utmost gratitude for your assistance this time. That should not be necessary. We acted accordingly for the sake of the stability of the town. What's with this uptight conversation? We help each other out when the other needs us. Isn't that right? Levi. Fine. I wish for both clans to continue our relationship of cooperation for the sake of the town. Yes, and for that, I must say one thing. Lucas took a breath before continuing. I'd like to apologize for what happened to the previous Lady of the Wolves. I understand fully that forgiveness is not something to be demanded. Please accept my fullest apologies. Levon and Levi tensed up. The entire room seemed to become nervous. Lucas held out his hand, but the two of them didn't reciprocate the gesture immediately. I can read. But that tension lasted only for a moment. Levon, then followed by Levi, held out their hands as a sign of peace. I accept your apology. I expect great things from the Lord of the Hawks from now on. Likewise. We'll help you should you ever need it. Like, this is like, we all, okay. So, the good endings are literally sprouted off on the sides, and everything else is just like, this kind of fucked up. Like, a roaring cheer erupted in the room for the second time today. This time, applause accompanied it. The war's over! We can finally return to peace. Blessed be the young lords. Joy and teary voices filled the room. It felt like the entire town had come together as one. This was the moment we had all been waiting for. This was for the best. Now wolves and hawks alike could join together. While everyone was looking up in joy, I saw one person crouched and facing down. Hugh, what are you doing? I was picking this up. He showed me a ring. It was Olgar's. I thought he was wearing it, but it had fallen onto the floor. I'll take it for safekeeping. You have no need for it anymore. Huh? Oh. Something about that statement felt off. I seriously wondered if it was fine to let this man have the magical stone. You made the choice. You defeated the enemy and brought together the two opposing clans. And now peace will return to the town. He looks pissed. Yeah, that's not a bad outcome. He says wasn't bad, but for some reason that worried me. Did Hugh really mean what he said? When I was about to ask him, Hey, Spacey, who are going to the bar to celebrate? Huh? Yeah, Hugh, let's go together. I'll pass. I need to jot down some things. I see, but... Hurry up! Oh, we can't begin without the star of the show. Come on! Hey, wait, Hugh! When I turned around, he was already gone. I feel like I want to do his path last just because he's so much, like, mystery surrounding him, and I just kind of want to, like, do that at the end. Cheers! Everyone's voice rose in unison as if praising each of their deeds. The banquet then began. The lords of the wolves and hawks were both here, but everyone paid no heed to it and simply enjoyed the banquet. Their elation was aided by alcohol, and it turned the celebration to an even noisier one. Only later did I hear that those who stayed sober amid the drinking are the ones who suffer varying consequences. In other words, me. Wow, you beat Olgar with those stick arms. No, I didn't do it alone. I wish I could have seen you win. I hope you'll be friends with us on the hawk side from now on, too. Come on, let's drink to that. Sorry, I really can't drink. As I was the person who defeated Olgar, many people gathered around me. It felt nice that they were congratulating me, and I didn't want to rain on their parade. I'd never had to deal with drunkards, so I didn't know what to do. Give him a break. He doesn't hold his alcohol well. Levon, you're a lifesaver. Right when I thought he was here to help. Hey, it's Lord of the Wolves! Your leadership was amazing. How do you do it being so young? Yes, thank you for your compliments. Anyway, come this way. Have a drink on me. Hold on, I need to talk with Spacey. They're targeting Levon now. Thank you, and sorry, Levon. I was finally able to take a breather to look around. The table on the other side was also getting excited. Lucas! 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 Levi! 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 They're having a drinking contest. I heard chants where those two are facing each other. On the table are mountains of jugs. Gulp, gulp, gulp. Ha! How's that? Gulp, gulp, gulp. Huh. I'm not finished yet. Ah, shoot it. Your face is red. You're slurring your speech. Bring me more. Okay, he's actually adorable when he's all blushy. It's kind of cute. Rah! A heated drinking contest was going on. I never thought I'd see Lucas that excited. I was sure he was happy with the victory, but I assumed he would also be sad for losing his father. But the other people were able to have fun without reservation because Lucas was too. This probably almost would have been better to do beforehand because we wouldn't have had to reveal the whole story. Because like now we have no idea who anyone is. We don't know that Olgar was like not like was our dad. Like nobody knows anything. Anyway, everyone seems to be enjoying themselves. People were dancing to the music, telling their heroic stories from the manor as well as their dreams for the town. Everyone was really enjoying themselves. This inexplicable worry I had was dissipating. About slashing Olgar and about what Hugh said. It weighed heavily on my heart. Hey, what are you doing here? I'm just resting a bit. You can't. You're the star of the show. Come on over.
Hey, everyone! The star is looking lonely.
I was getting drawn into trouble once more. But it was fine. There was nothing to worry about. Everyone was laughing. In that case, I had to answer to them. All right, everyone, let's drink it up tonight. I held up a glass and shouted, a toast to the town! Cheers! The bad Lord of the Hawks was defeated and peace returned to the town. The new Lord of the Hawk clan returned half of his political power to the new Lord of the Wolf clan. They would be working together for all things from now on. The two lords were still young and inexperienced, but they sought to make the town a better place. At times they cooperated with one another, experienced failures, clashed opinions, and saw each other as their rival. The townspeople all supported the lords. It didn't matter who was a wolf or a hawk. The elders guided the young ones, who in turn respected the elders. The town and the livelihoods of the people gradually changed. Vigor, energy, and smiles were returning to the people. There was a graveyard far from the town where people rarely visited. And there were two new tombstones lined up together. One of them was a grave with the name of Francisca. The other was Olgar. Despite being lords of the Wolf and Hawk clan, their tombstones were comparatively simple and plain. It's been a year since you've died. A man stood over the tombstones like a ghost. My last memory has not returned, and it likely never will. Olgar, with your death, the truth has become hidden within the fog. Despite what he said, there was no hatred in his tone. In a way, it appeared that he was relieved. In that case, I'll continue to watch over this world as its ghost. Snow began to fall over the tombstones. There were no seasons in this town. It was covered in snow all year round. We have snow again on this year's masquerade. Stop, Bird. So many things have happened. Both faction lords have died, and many lives were lost in the process. Levon was giving a speech at the stage set up in the town square. There's no point for him to talk so long. It was understandable because of how serious Levon was. The people in the audience were starting to get restless. Oh, Levi is yawning. I hope he doesn't get yelled at later.
Spacey, give me that merchandise, hurry!
Oh, sorry. Whoops, I shouldn't be relaxing right now. Everyone was short-handed for the masquerade. It was the best time for me to make money with my handyman business.
I'm sorry for making you help me with this, Spacey.
No, it's my job.
But still, you're with the group that saved this town. Oh, please drop by my store later. I'll treat you to something nice.
Thank you. Then I'll see you later. I finished up a job and said goodbye before heading to my next job. At the same time, we'll now commence this year's masquerade. The sun, the flowers, the fruit, a toast to the coming of spring and its plentifulness. May we proceed forth together. Lucas, who was with Levon on stage, declared the commencement of the festival. The masquerade came again this year. Let's do this. There we go. Levi took his vigilante group and started scattering floral decorations over the crowds. Mixed with the snow, the falling decorations made the crowd cheer even louder. It's so beautiful. A year had already passed, or should I say, only a year has passed. It all happened right after the masquerade last year. Francisca was killed, sparking a war between the wolves and hawks, and then Olgar died too. The town was in a terrible state. We were finally returning to the energy we all had last year. Oh. I was observing from a distance away, and the wind blew one of the floral decorations onto my head. It's a pretty decoration. Huh? All of a sudden, Hugh was standing next to me. Felt like I hadn't seen him in a long time. Yeah, like a year. It is exactly like the world you desired. You mean this floral decoration? Are you happy now that you've become the town's hero? Hugh ignored my question and asked one of his own. I'm no hero, but yes, I am happy. I see. That's good. Hugh, what have you been doing since then? Of course he's gone. By the time I asked him another question, he was already gone. The way he appeared and disappeared still hadn't changed. Oh no, I'd better head to my next job. And that was how this town was able to obtain their temporary peace. The end. I suppose that's how it is. The combination of snow and the floral decorations isn't so bad. The sight of hope fluttering like petals upon the happiness of the people can only be brought on by heroes. But those petals have been detached from life. Even so, right now they will dream of the future along with this moment that's filled with hope. But that's a task they must undertake themselves. Because, like, Hugh knows the truth, yo. I am so fucking cold. I wanted to go for a walk today. It's so sunny and beautiful, but it's like, fuck. I woke up this morning and I was like, let me look at my weather thing and see, like, you know, if it's sunny. And it was like 16 degrees. And I'm like, what the fuck? It was like 60 the other day. Anyway. Let's go while we end this part. Let's just find like a nice little, like, let's find a lovely little, we don't have a nice, like, masquerade one of everyone together. You know what I mean? Like, because that's like a happy ending with everyone, but we don't have one from even the first masquerade. Like, we just have some traumatizing ones. Like, we really don't. I mean, we have that one of everybody eating together, but like, what fun is that? Like, we can do this one. You know what? No, wait, no, I didn't want to do that. I want to hide the UI. There we go. Because I still have Elric and Rabbit in the background, but I love Lawrence's face. He's adorable. I love him so much. Anyway, because we don't have, they didn't give us one. It would have been nice at that one ending with the masquerade ending, where if we had gotten a CG where it was like us hanging out with like Lucas, Levon, Levi, everybody in their masquerade clothes, but anyway, we'll just use this one. She looks so unhappy. Rabbit is like, ah. Anyway. So I'm gonna end this part here. Those were some of the other endings. Let's see. So we've already gotten the bad ending, and we already did the Lord ending. So those are the other endings. So I guess what we can do next, we have still the heroine ending, the Levi ending, the Lucas ending, and the Hugh ending. And then there's the Traveler ending. And then I don't know if we should, I don't know. I think maybe what we could do, I feel like we should do the Traveler. Yeah, because the Traveler is not available until you've seen certain short episodes. I think we'll do that one like last the way it is. I don't think we need to do. I'm not actually sure if you have to get Lucas around. Okay, so I just, I'm just trying to see these other ones if you need to. I guess you don't have to see those other things. So what we could do is go into, oh, the Lynx ending. Oh, not available to see Stranger in this. Traveler 4. Aha, okay. Okay, so that's a Lynx ending. Okay, hold on a second. But there's also a, oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know if we have to, get the Traveler ending first before we get that one, but we can do that. So we'll do those at the end. I'm thinking maybe what we could do is go into the antique shop in the next part and then like buy something and do some of the like other little side stories that we miss, because we miss all of them without buying all the stuff. So we could do that before we do the rest of the endings. Or we can do some of them. Like, I don't know if I want to. We'll see what happens. I mean, because sometimes I could get bored and be like, oh my god, let's just get an ending. I don't know. But we need to do those at some point. But since we were kind of already, you know, we just did some of the shorter endings this time. So, yeah, maybe next time we'll go through, read some of the shorter little side story things and all the maps that we missed because we didn't have the things. And kind of work on doing that to kind of complete all that stuff. And then do our... I think we'll do the heroine ending next, just because then we'll save our boys for the end. And then it gives me a time to decide, like, who I want to do. We're doing the Traveler ending last. I think we should do the Hugh ending right before that, so I think he should be our last one. So maybe we'll do the Levi ending. I mean, we kind of almost did it the way the order in the guide, like Levon, Levi, Lucas, and Hugh. So, I mean, maybe we'll do it in that order, just because I feel like the Lucas ending might be less traumatizing than Levon ending was a little like, really? I mean, sure, okay, we're happy with him, but it just felt, I don't know. I don't know. And I'm more curious about Hugh, so I kind of want to save him. So, yeah, so anyway, we'll do that. But we'll go through some of the shorter stories before we do some of the other endings, because we need to get those. But yeah, so I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.